different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command start. Then they lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar with control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 lights are required, 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete who lifts the heaviest weight. In the third round, 2 weights are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already left the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. But a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, and is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break world record, may not win gold. Powerlifting was a tense and dramatic sport, where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So the 4th and final event of this opening day of these 2018 World Para Powerlifting Asia-Oceania Open Championships is the men's 54 kg final, and 4 of this field previously have major championship medal winning experience. Got the reigning Asian champion in this, Bin Nguyen of Vietnam, and the Paralympic and world champion Wang Jian of China. Men's up to 54 kg event after Omar Karada won the opening men's crown early today. The men's 49 kg for Jordan. Two groups in this. Kim Dae-Ol for Korea, Japan represented as usual. Mitsunori Ichikawa and Tomohiro Kauza. Wang Sao and Keeton will be rounding off who we see in Group B. They're not expected to be among the medalists. Those in Group A certainly will be. Sheriff Osman with the world record. Nguyen is the Asian record holder. He goes in Group A in this 54 kg event. Field of 11 going for gold in the last event of the opening day. Quite a bit of Sheriff Osman in the video as well there, but it's a strong field in this 54 kg. We've got the reigning world and Paralympic champion Wang Jian of China going in this, a former Paralympic and world champion, should I say. He's won an Asian bronze in his time, Wang Jian. The reigning Southeast Asian and Asian champion, Nguyen Binh An. We'll be seeing a little bit later. But first, Kim Dae-Jung for Korea. First major championship that we have listed for him, and he's starting light. He'll be going for 50. The obviously lightest weight. Seoul go in Group B. And the weights in this opening round in Group B going up to 130. So 50 to get Kim up and running, and definitely Untitled 3 out of 3, and he gets his competition off to a solid start. And probably on the evidence quite a bit to it. Obviously you have to aim for what you can do. Not going to about that shot up. Perhaps could have started 65 or 70, but he can aim for those later. 50, and Kim Dae-Jung sets the early stand.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 103 kilos, first attempt. Representing Japan, Mitsunori Ichikawa.
So now a considerable increase, more than double what Kim just achieved. It's Mitsunori Ichikawa for the nation Japan, as he aims for 103, and it's his major championship debut as well. Coming at the age of 44. Approaching 30 seconds. Yep, 2 out of 3. That'll do him nicely. Good debut so far then for the two new men to international competition. Ichikawa with his 103. Kim with his 50. It's quite a few major championship debutants, as you would expect would be the case in a continental championship. He's got his competition off to a firm foundation. Nice crowds actually in this Riverwalk Theatre as well. We're high up in a major shopping centre, and still a 3-tier theatre, actually a 4th theatre.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 109 kilos, first attempt, representing Japan.
Spectacular capacity. Tomohiro Kause for Japan comes now. And likewise for this 25-year-old, it is his first major championship. 100. Chief referee for this, by the way, is Martin Chaplak of Slovakia. Side referee Stella Herrick of the United States and Elesa Paruk of Russia. Japan with 3 representatives in this 54 kg final. I'm not quite sure that this is the time for doing that. It's down to 40 seconds. He really took his time. He was down to 15 seconds in the end and he didn't get it. 2-1 against is what has come up on our major screens here. But 2-1 for him has come up on yours. Goes for 109. He's not in it. What he saw on the scoring screens behind him that he'd missed out 2-1. So next to go is Agustin Keeton of the Philippines, who originally was aiming for 130 but going for 120 now. He's been around a bit. Southeast Asian bronze medal in the Asian Para Games last year.
This is the first attempt from Philippines, Agustin Keeton.
And Keeton 7th in the Asian Games back in 2014. Coached by Roman Dubek. So 120 is what he's looking for the opening round. Remember, the lifters in Group B, unless we see something really tremendous as the competition wears on, generally aren't in the medals, but occasionally, dramatically, they are. They've got time to be changing the belt. There's still 80 seconds, so there's time. Too tight, maybe? Doesn't seem too uncomfortable with it. Keeton was 14th in the World Championships in Mexico City. There were quite a few nations, because those World Championships were delayed by a couple of months due to the earthquake there. The previous World Championships in Dubai, we went into 3 groups at one stage to a Group C. So this 120 for Keeton. Yep, 2 out of 3. And he was right to change his opening weight. And he got that spot on. It's not uncomfortable for him in the end. So that's 120. Very capably accomplished. Amontep Bongsao of Thailand next to go. He aiming for 120 himself, the 22-year-old. His first major championship also. That'll be 120 for him as well. And this to round off the opening round of Group B. For 120. Side on view. Certainly made it look good, and the referees liked it as well. 2-1 in his favour. So that's just the one miss in the opening round of Group B in this 54 kg final. And Bongsao off the mark and takes the lead actually in terms of the head-to-head on body weight. He is lighter by 1/4 kilo. And Keeton was looking to go for 130 early on, but went for 120 and lifted that. And the only man to miss so far was Tomohiro Kausa for Japan. The rest will come in Group A. But definitely, I would say, for Kim, Bongsao, and probably even Keeton, they could have put it in the band. But the main lifters all going in the next round. So Kim Dae-Jung, after lifting 50 in the opening round, going for 55 now for Korea. Well, 50 was no difficulty at all to Kim Dae-Jung on his major championship debut, so frankly, this should be the same.
2
and against. Technique problems there. Definitely it wasn't the weight that was causing him the difficulty. I think that just swung whilst it was on the way up. So he is denied at 55. This was on its way up. We should actually be able to see on this angle just the left hand just moved behind the right. And the necessary smoothness just wasn't there, but there wasn't a problem with the actual weight. He had that, same as last time. It's just the last lift was cleaner.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 109 kilos, second and 10. Representing Japan, Mitsunori Ichikawa.
Ichikawa last time cleared 103 and did it really, really smoothly. Going here for 109, adding 6 to it. Currently lying in 3rd position overall, but obviously this is just Group B and there's a very long way to go. That's 2 misses we've had so far in the entire competition. Kim at 55 and Kaus at 109. One of the youth in the field, 3 born in the 90s out of the 11 going in this. 2 and against. May have rushed that a bit. Leaving it just a bit ragged, so 103 remains his best. Missing out at 109, Mitsunori Ichikawa. But again, as was the case with Kim Dae-Jung, it's not the weight that was the difficulty at all. Tomohiro Kause coming now for Japan, and he missed 109 first time around. You may remember it took him a long time to get the bar raised. Now he comes back for 109 again. This would put him into 3rd position. So Tomohiro Kause.
One minute.
Got it raised. Again, it took a long time. And this time, he has been given it 2-1. Well, perfection was attained for him in the end. Goes into third position. His long routine was really different this time. There we go, major championship debut, gets a lift on the board into third spot. Got himself settled and sorted, and up it went. Got it. And in his first round attempt, you may remember it come up in your screen as being 2-1 in his favour, and for about a quarter of a second it came up on the scoring screens on stage, 2-1 in his favour, but then the extra vote reverted to red and he was voted down 2-1. Amorntep Pongsao now, and cleared 120 in the opening round, going for 130 now for Thailand. The second youngest in this weight group, 22 years old. Cleared 120 in the first round, this for 130 to take the lead. Both he and Agustin Keeton going for 120 in the opening round. Well, that looked solid. And it was 3 out of 3. Pongsao clears 130. And this is turning out to be a very good major championship debut. Well, the lightest weight being gone for in the opening round of Group A is 132. So his prospects, if he keeps it clean like this, he'll definitely surpass that. Get among the top 6 for a round or two at least across the entire competition. That was very, very solid.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 135 kilos. Second attempt from Philippines, Agustin Keeton.
Now Agustin Keeton of the Philippines, originally in the opening round was looking to do 130, then changed it to 120, got that with ease, so now he's adding proper extra poundage on. 135 kilos, extra 33 pounds or so onto the bar compared to his first round effort, and this would surpass quite a few of the early attempts in the opening round of Group A that we'll see a little bit later in this 54 kg men's final. 135 to hit the front very solidly ahead of Amorntep Pongsao. Bronze in Southeast Asia last year. So bronze in Kuala Lumpur last year. Remember the Asian Games, the Asian Para Games, on in a few weeks' time in Jakarta. It's a great build-up to it. 135 that was, extra 15 kilos on, and I'm afraid it was a serious addition which didn't work. All three lights going red against him. So he's stuck on 120. It was a bold move. It did not work in his favour. Well, they all marked him down as well. Struggles at first to keep it under control. So after 2 rounds, Pongsar's our leader, 130, Keeton 120. Everybody's had one successful lift at this stage. Kaos and Ichikawa 3rd and 4th, but remember we've got Group A to follow.
Republic of Korea, Kim Dae-Jung.
Final round then, Kim Dae-Jung, who missed 55 in the second round, going for it again in round 3. His first major championship, this coming at the age of 53, but obviously competitors may not have qualified, no matter what the age, for the para circuit until quite recently. Kim won't rise any further in the placings. There will be something nice and psychological for him to bring into future events, maybe even the Asian Paras in a few weeks' time. Remember, it was a technique issue last time, and it is here, because it's definitely not the weight. That glided up, but definitely with the naked eye from the side-on view that we have to the left of stage, it just wobbled a fair bit on the way up.
115 kilos, rack height 13. Attention.
He's even shaking his head actually on the bench, so I think he knew that he'd not delivered what he was seeking at all.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 115 kilos. 3rd and 10. Representing Japan, Mitsunori Ichikawa.
So Ichikawa will go 3rd if he gets this, looking to leap above Tomohiro Kaos of Japan, his compatriot. Missed 109, but is staying on the original schedule. I declared 103, wrapping up with 115 here. Adding 6 to the bar compared to what he missed in round 2. Successful within the first round, but not 109. 115. Has been faulted. I was going to say surely difficult to fault, but didn't turn out that way. 2 and against him. And Ichikawa is denied. 2 and against him as well. Mitsunori Ichikawa, so successful first time round with 103. Kept to the original schedule after that and missed both of them with 109 and 115. As you'll see, it's a decent crowd at the Riverwalk Theatre.
Bar is loaded, 115 kilos, third and final attempt. Japan. Tomohiro Kase.
So final attempt for Tomohiro Kase, needed 2 attempts at 109 and going now for 115 to wrap up his competition. A whole plethora of championship debutants in this particular competition. Kase's got 90 seconds left for his lift. Seconds left when he starts the lift. That was a real strain, and it was not straight. Lift 115, he is denied. So this is the one successful one at 109. Somewhat solid major championship debut. The lift at 109 in the second round. All of the lifts took a long time to execute though, and he was leaving himself each time with around 15 seconds to go. Now, mercifully, for each of those lifts, he at the end was not rushing himself. So, the time management has to be sorted, needs to compress his time, and the bench. He thought actually he'd got that as well, but no one else did.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 140 kilos, third attempt. From Philippines, Agustin Keeton.
Agustin Keeton then missed 135 in the second round. He's following his set pattern as well, because he's going to round off with 140. .42 now. He's been around a long time. First Paralympic Games were in Athens in 2004 when he finished 14th. 7th in the last Asian last Asian Games, should I say, 4 years ago. Didn't start the last Asian final 3 years back in Almaty. .140 then. He's continued his leap up in weights, successful with 130 in the opening round, but not with 135. So this 140 then for Agustin Keeton, the penultimate lift of Group B. Nothing like it, I'm afraid, all three against. Power wasn't straight, it was one hand above the other. On the way up. Well, Keeton probably, in hindsight, was right in starting off lower at 120. As the heavyweights, this case, did not pay off.
Representing Thailand, Anorntep Pong-Sao.
Untitled Pong-Sao then to finish off Group B, and 140 going up in increments of 10. The 22-year-olds. And even if Keeton had got his 140, Pong-Sao would go above him on the head-to-head in terms of body weight if successful with this. Obviously that'll happen now anyway without the head-to-head. Pong-Sao 140 for the best lift by a long way in Group B. Strained on the way up, and was not going to be able to follow through. So Pong-Sao denied, unfortunately. 140 was beyond him that time, and it wasn't going to get any easier for him. So the spotters had to intercede. He's still got the best weight in Group B of 130, with Kalhan second on 120 and Kauza third on 109. But the arms hadn't gone straight, hadn't locked out. So Pong-Sao 10 clear of Keeton at the end of Group B, and all three rounds of Kauza third and Ishikawa fourth. Now the heavy lifters are on the way in this men's 54 kg final.
Floaters, 132 kilos, please. Rack height 13.
So going into Group A then, and 6 very solid campaigners in this. We're going to start off with Tetsuya Nishizaki of Japan with 132, which would eliminate everything we've already seen in the previous Group B. Nishizaki, who is 6th in the last Asian Championships before the Asia-Oceania Ocean Championships came to be. He's based in Osaka, which is a bit up the country a bit, not a million miles away, but still about 600 kilometers. 6th in the last Asian Games in 2014 in Incheon, and 6th in the last Asian Championships in Almaty in 2015, and he didn't register a mark in the Paralympic Games in Rio. Tetsuya Nishizaki of Japan is a para-marathoner also, formerly an able-bodied wrestler. So 132 for Nishizaki to take the lead, and as we were saying, there's 6 in this Group A. The potential for those aiming for the lower weights is actually very, very strong. And that relies on others not making it. The third Japanese to compete in this event. 40. Down to 30 seconds for Nishizaki. It's been solid on a global basis over the past 4 years. Two and against. Well, he certainly stopped on the way up for a brief period. Something he's going to have to deal with in the future throws. Just make that movement upwards a lot smoother in the one action. The crowd and the lower tier, nice smattering. Excellent location in the city of Kitakyushu, about an hour north of Fukuoka, right up in the south of Japan. So Al-Daraji then, 137. Had this down as major championship debut as well. 137 to take the lead as Nishizaki failed to do so. .37 for Ali Al-Daraji. And this to take the lead. Steadily does it. And it was steady enough. He is our new leader. 2 out of 3 siding his way. No dramas. Has got it up and got into the gold medal position. There's still 4 to go in this opening round, and the weights are considerably heavier than this. 137 was good for Al-Daraji. So waiting for Choi Kyun-jin of Korea.
Republic of Korea's Kyun-jin Choi.
Asian bronze medal back in 2006 on a global basis since then. His best result 6th in the Asian Games in Incheon 4 years ago. Choi Kyun-jin of Korea. .153, it's an advance of 16 kilos from what we've already seen from Al-Daraji.
One minute.
153 in this opening round for Choi. coached by Kim Dae-Jung.
Although it's straightforward, and it was. So 2 out of 3 voting Choi's way, and he is our new leader by considerable margin. 16 kilos heavier than that of Ali El-Daraj, who's currently in the silver medal spot, and we have 3 still to go. Lots of red on that leaderboard now.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 153 kilos. First to 10. Kazakhstan. David Dae-Jung.
David Dae-Jung of Kazakhstan. Seventh, should I say, in the World Championships in Moscow from Kokshetau, and Yuri Kolesnikov is his coach for Kazakhstan. It's 153 as well for him. He's lighter in body weight than Choi. Diktaryev. And 2 out of 3 in his favour. And no difficulty for this youngster. And he is our new leader. Well, it could be a great battle for the medals, especially if El-Daraj starts adding something considerable to his weight. 153 both for Diktaryev and Choi, with Wang and Nguyen Binan still to come in this opening round. So Wang Jian will be next to go once the extra weights are put on for 167. Wang has been around a long time. He's a former world and Paralympic champion. Took Paralympic gold in Athens in 04. He's been medaling at the Paralympic Games all the way back to 1996. When he won silver at the Paris and Atlanta, bronze in Sydney 2000, and then that Paralympic gold in 2004, and he was world champion in 2006, Asian bronze medalist 2015. Wang for 167. Very capable of it. And despite stopping halfway up, 2-1 for him. Green lights are still on for Wang Jian. Clears 167. Good job, well done. Takes the lead with his first attempt, so we've one more to go in this opening round of Group A.
92 kilos, first and 10. Representing Vietnam, Binh and Reed.
172 it is from Nguyen Binh An for Vietnam, who is the reigning Asian and Southeast Asian champion. He's won the last 2 ASEAN Para Games for Southeast Asia. Kuala Lumpur the most recently last year, and took the Asian title 3 years ago. The competition was hosted in Kazakhstan in Almaty. Also silver in the World Championships last year, so serious form for Nguyen Binh An. Silver in the European Open Championships this year. One of the non-Europeans who succeeded. This is the end of the opening round. .172 done without any drama. That's the way to set the standard. No difficulty at all for Nguyen. 172 and into the lead. It's a good lead as well by 5 for Nguyen over Wang of China, with Choi of Korea in third, 153 alongside Degtariev, who's in fourth on countback.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 132 kilos, second and 10. Representing Japan, Tetsuo Nishikaze.
So Nishikaze out for the second round, 132, his target having missed it in the opening round. Nothing added on. Nishizaki looking to go beyond his best championship finish. Currently not on the board. .132 he feels is definitely for him doable. .132 for Nishizaki. So we enter the second round. He's got it. 2-1 for Nishizaki. He's on the board and he has 6th place taken up in the race for the medals. But he'd have to add 22 kilos on in order to be going for a medal. So,
142 kilos, second attempt.
Al-Daraji is next to go, but he would not go any higher in the rankings. Despite that, he's still 5 kilos clear of Nishizaki, who's moved into 6th position with that fine lift of 132. But next up above Al-Daraji, it's a leap of 16 kilos to Choi into Diktariev, so 142. It's not that far off what he's already done. It's very possible for him. Position very, very swiftly as Ali Al-Daraji. And up gradually at 142 for Al-Daraji. And that will do! That will do! 2 out of 3. Standard remains high, and Al-Daraji's is not very far off the medals. It's 11 kilos at the moment. He might fancy a leap that high. Choi looking to get into the bronze medal position now as he's adding 5 onto his target. Diktariev has toyed with him on 153 going into this second round.
Second attempt, Republic of Korea, Choi Kun-jin.
Choi Kun-jin, based in Cheongju, and that Asian Championship bronze in 2016. Well, Choi still with plenty of time in his side as he comes out with a target of 158 kilos to go above Diktariev in the bronze medal position. It's 172 for gold currently with Nguyen, and 165 for silver for Weiyang Jian, and we're going to see them again in this round. Diktariev also just about to be overtaken by Choi. Should the Korean be successful here. Choi 158, heading towards the end of the middle round of Group A. Very much beyond him because he couldn't get it raised all the way, and that causes him problems obviously in the final round as well, because you can't go back once you commit to lifting the weight. None out of 3. It just stopped on the way up and needed the spotters to intervene to give it the extra push up, but Choi's in a bit of bother there. 158. Well, that evidence looks beyond him, and then what if the others surpass that? See, going to be in the pressure of having to go for every set piece there is. That's where it stopped.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 158 kilos.
158 for Dae-Jung as well, who, like Choi, had cleared 153 in the previous round. Like Choi, going for 158 in the second, but hoping to be unlike Choi, and that Dae-Jung would get this. We'll see. Dae-Jung gets this, then he will be looking very, very good for the medals. And he has 2-1 to him. So he is the bronze medal position outright at 158. Choi falling back to fourth at 153. Good lift. Got those arms extended out. At the moment, he is third for Kazakhstan overall. That's for the top two yet to decide potential. Two decently heavy attempts.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 173 kilos.
173 then for Wang Jian. So the man who has been world and Paralympic champion, still winning medals up to now. It's first major championship medal coming in 1998. It was a silver. It's got a full set of medals, one gold, one silver, one bronze in the Worlds, but last those coming in 2006, silver in the Paralympic Games in Rio for Jian Wang. How good is that 173? Very good, sufficiently good, and he takes the lead ahead of Nguyen Binan. 2-1 for him. And he's in the lead, but for how long? That'll be a bit of a red rag for Nguyen Binan. He'll be coming back shortly with something moderately higher. Well, that's the position. They've all gone for their third round attempts already. Nguyen about to have his second round. There's good nip and tuck between these two. So coming out 175, Nguyen Binan, and he's not wasted any time at all. He's still got a minute 50, basically 10 seconds of time allotted, and he pops in under the bar. That's impressive. 175 to gain the lead back, go back into the gold medal position. Would take the lead by 2 over Wang Jian. And going. Still has a minute left on the clock. Plenty of time to be composed. 40 seconds now. It's that 175, it's 2-1 against him. So it is the silver medal position for Nguyen. There's going to have to be a reassessment of what he does in the final round now that he has been overtaken by Wang Jian. He trails by a solitary kilo, does Nguyen Binh An of Vietnam. 172 to Wang Jian's 173. Wrap up then with the final round and the final attempts, and Tetsuo Nishizaki of Japan, who missed out first time round 132, got a second time around, and now here he is on 140 looking to round off the competition, and if successful he will be sixth, and he's sixth now anyway. He's not looking to overtake anybody. El Daraji was the closest to him on 142. .140 for Nishizaki, man who didn't register a mark in the Paralympic Games in Rio, but was sixth in the last Asian Games in 2014, and at the moment he is sixth in this final of the men's 54. Tetsuo Nishizaki. Halted on the way up, and they have all voted him down. That was a gallant effort. 132, his best lift of the day. And he does finish in sixth spot. His second round attempts wiped out those who'd been in Group B, overtook them all. And that's the same for everybody else that we'll be seeing from now on. A reaction which states that he gave it his best. Ali Al-Daraji next up for Iraq, going for 144. In a couple of championships where we have not seen Iraq at, but they are here. He only needs to hang on to his career. He needs to add 2 kilos, and it will not advance him from his 5th spot, but he will feel that he has done enough. His first major championship. For Al-Daraji. was tentative on the way up. Will he have found fans for that? Well, he found one, but he needed a second. So he doesn't get the 1:44 either, and he finishes on 1:42 and in 5th place. So Al-Daraji wheels off into the sunset. It could have been better for him.
Thank you. The bar is loaded 159 kilos, 30-10. Republic of Korea, Choi Kun-jin.
Choi Kun-jin of Korea, who missed 158 last time, going for 159 now. The significance of that is that he would move from 4th into the bronze medal position, with the top 4 all having a go at each other, which is just what you want to see in the final round. They're closely bunched, sufficiently closely bunched, so there could be a huge amount of movement with the next 4 lifts. The title will be decided from those 4. Two men challenging for the bronze, 2 men challenging for the gold. Here's the first of those gunning for the bronze. Lying in 4th spot of the 4.
1 minute.
So they go into the bronze medal position. Choi Kun-jin of Korea. Asian bronze medalist previously 12 years ago, and that is not going to do it because the spotters have had to wade in, and he declares on 153. He missed his last 2, 158 and 159, and Choi is 4th, and Dae-Jung for Kazakhstan gets the bronze. Yep, just needed the support from the side from the spotters to get the bar up and not to cause them any further difficulty. So we're down to the final 3. Dae-Jung, Goyen, Wang.
Thank you. The bar is loaded 160 kilos, 30-10. Kazakhstan, Dae-Jung.
Well, Dae-Jung then has got the bronze medal secured. This is the lap of honour, 160 it is for him. No gamble involved here as the bronze is already secure. If he wasn't the battle, he'd have won it anyway. He's got 2 out of 3. There was no pressure on him for that lift. He'd already secured the bronze medal, and Dae-Jung started again for Kazakhstan. Inside the medals by 7 kilos. So now the straight battle for gold. So right now, Nguyen in second place with 172 and Wang, our leader, on 173, are both going for 178. Nguyen has the lighter body weight. So this is it, a straight shootout for gold between Wang Jian and Nguyen Bin An. And this is Nguyen of Vietnam. The last two Southeast Asian titles at the Asian Para Games, Asian Gold 2015, World Championship Silver last December in Mexico City, which will make up a bit for the fourth place that he had in Dubai in 2014. He's been fourth in the Paralympic Games as well in London 2012. Silver in the Open event of the Europeans in Berg-sur-Mer in May. Nguyen is on 178. Currently in
1 minute.
second spot, 178. Has he done enough? 178. Oh, sadly not. No, they all went against it. So Wang Jian is the Asian champion, and Nguyen takes the silver medal. With 172. Wang won bronze in the last Asian Championships in 2015, and Nguyen put a lot into it. Maybe a shoulder injury that he's picked up in the way of trying to get this.
Thank you. The bar is ready. 178 kilos, third attempt. Republic of China. Wang Jian.
So here he is, our new Asian champion. This is a lap of honour for Wang Jian, and he is absolutely loving it. Five Paralympic Games medals, the gold from Athens 04, silvers from Rio 2016 and Atlanta 1996, bronzes in London 2012 and Sydney 2000. He's been around a long time. He's 20 years old when he won that silver in Atlanta. 178. Doesn't matter. He thought he'd got it, but he's won it anyway with the 173. He thought he got it. Well, they won all but, was it 4 gold medals in the last Asian Championships in Almaty. It halted a bit on the way up. It's probably a straightness issue as well. I was concerned enough to have a look, and a bit upset that he didn't get it, but Wang Jian wins anyway for China. 173 wins by kilo over Nguyen Bin An of Vietnam, with David Dae-Jung of Kazakhstan in third. Victory ceremony will be on shortly.
back on stage, please. Spotters, loaders,
There will be
return to the stage.
another attempt. Spotters will be coming back. Wang and Nguyen were both going for 178 in that final round and both missed it. Spotters are being brought back just in case. You'll see Wang Jian has 2 minutes back in the clock again.
Loaders 183.5.
183.5.
3.5. Rack height 15.
Wang is going for it, and it is an Asian record attempt for our champion Wang Jian. It is round 4, which doesn't go towards the result. It is the record round. Wang Jian going for 183.5. Nguyen Bin An, who finished second, is the Asian record holder with 183 set at the last Asian Championships in Almaty 3 years ago. So 183.5 the target for Wang Jian. So 183 the record for Nguyen. Wang Jian going for 183.5. And Nguyen, if he wishes, can attempt this also. The battle for gold is over. Wang Jian is our champion for China, and Nguyen with the silver, having been dethroned, our champion from 2015. And Wang Jian will have 3 minutes for this lift. The power lift.
No impact on the medal, just for the record books, 183.5. The bar is loaded. Fourth attempt, 183.5 kilos. From the People's Republic of China, Wang Jian.
So Wang Jian, 183.5. He missed out at 178, and so did Nguyen, and such was the intense competition between the two. Very easy not to spot at the time. They were getting very close to Nguyen's Asian record from 2015 and Almaty. So Wang Jian is going for it, and if he gets it, I bet Nguyen would fancy having a stab at 184. But anyway, for a new Asian record, Wang Jian, 183.5. He's straining, he got it up. The left hand was just advanced, I think, but we'll see. He has not got it, he has not got it. All three against, well, it was a worthy try for a new Asian record with the fourth attempt, the power lift. Wang Jian is the champion anyway, having cleared 173 in the second round, and he was a kilo clear in the end of Nguyen Bin An of Vietnam.
The lifting portion of the 54-kilo session. Victory ceremony to come.
Well, he got it raised, but major interruption on the way up. So Wang Jian, our champion for China, 173. Nguyen, the silver for Vietnam, the outgoing champion from 3 years ago, silver with 172, beaten by a kilo. And David Dektariev of Kazakhstan, the bronze, 160. And the victory ceremony is on the way.
much for your attention. Please remain seated for the victory ceremony.
さあ、この後は男子54キログラム級の表彰式を行います。
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 54 kilo category. Please welcome the medalists.
So now the victory ceremony for the men's 54 kg. This was a great competition. There was a terrific joust, first for the bronzes, then for the gold. An attempt on the Asian record.
The medals will be presented by Commander Kadir, representing World Para Powerlifting, accompanied by Susuma Yoshida, Global Organizing Committee President.
プレゼンターはワールドパラパワーリフティング技術委員会副委員長カマル・ザマン・カディール様、そして日本パラパワーリフティング連盟吉田進理事長です。
The bronze medalist, representing Kazakhstan, David Dae-Jung.
So bronze then for David Dae-Jung of Kazakhstan. And all three of his lifts successful, 153, 158, 160, but was being pushed all the way by Choi Kyun-jin of Korea, who got 153 with his first attempt. But 158, 159 did not pan out for him at all. Dae-Jung gets the bronze for Kazakhstan.
Silver medalist, representing Vietnam, Nguyen Binh An.
Nguyen Binh An of Vietnam, who was the Asian champion going into this from 2015. Lifted 172 in the opening round to lead, but didn't get another mark. 175, 178 he missed out on. But he still has the Asian record.
Gold medalist and the 54 kilo champion, representing People's Republic of China,
Wang Jian takes gold for China. 173 lifted in the second round. That gave him the lead of a kilogram, and that was enough because Nguyen was not able to overtake him from there. Wang, who won bronze in the last Asian Championships 3 years ago, who's previously been world champion in 2006, Paralympic champion in 2004, is the Asian champion for China in 2018.
of People's Republic of China.
That robust version of the Chinese anthem, the band wanted to be somewhere quickly. And Wang Jian, top of the podium, takes the gold, dethrones Nguyen. Gold for China, Wang Jian by kilo. Vietnam's Nguyen Binh An with David Dae-Jung, the bronze for Kazakhstan. Terrific competition to round off the opening day in Kitakyushu. So Diktariev, 153, 158, 160. It was impressive actually that he was able to get all 3 attempts there. He's the only man in the competition who was able to do that actually. 160 going his way. Nguyen of Vietnam clearing 172 in the opening round, but missing out subsequent attempts. That would have got him the gold and retained him his crown. That was the first round, had him in the lead for a good chunk, but then he was overtaken thanks to this second round attempt by Wang Jian, 173, which he cleared to dethrone the outgoing champion Nguyen. Had a stab later on at the Asian record, 183.5, didn't get that, but he is the champion anyway for China. Wang Jian takes the gold, and Nguyen the silver, Diktariev the bronze. 4 more titles decided tomorrow on day 2. So that's it until tomorrow when we resume at 10:20 a.m. Japanese time. The women's 50 kg, the first of 4 titles decided tomorrow. Until then, it's good night from Japan.